Day 29 for Destiny Grow System Grow Kit. This is a strawberry banana grape. She's ready for a watering tonight and a topping as well. So we're gonna first water her, give her a day to dry out, and then top her. As for Jack Herrera down here on the bottom, it is officially day 1. As we see some green popping out of the soil, and this plant was just put straight into the dirt. We didn't germinate or anything, so it was about a 4-day process until she was out of the dirt, and we're gonna watch her grow alongside strawberry banana grape. It's day 31 of veg for the strawberry banana grape, and she's ready for her topping. What we're gonna do is just simply break that little top off. This main shoot here, I'm going to put some gloves on and do it. She's going to be thirsty here within the next day or two, so it's a good time to do her topping as she's starting to pick up the pace. We got lower branches starting to come out, and yeah, she's just looking really healthy. So for the topping, all we're going to do is come in here and bend this right over. See if I can get it. And that's it. That's all we're gonna do for our topping, guys. That is now garbage, or you can eat it. So those 2 shoots will become the new tops. Anyways, we'll be back to show you how they grow out. Jack Herrera down here, she's coming along nice and steady. Got her out of the dirt, starting to get up towards the light. Humidity's pumping in here, and yeah, she'll catch up shortly. Day 32 for strawberry banana grape, Destiny System Grow Kit. We've gone ahead and mixed up our Amplify for the week, and we're gonna add in a top dressing of raw microbes. So the grow stage, so it's half a teaspoon per gallon. Simply sprinkle it in, and water. Don't have to mix anything, just leave it as is. And once you have your pH down to 6.3, 6.4, which a 1/4 teaspoon of the Amplify does if you have pure water. So I have RO water and a 1/4 teaspoon of the Amplify. We're pH properly, top dressed with microbes, ready for a watering. And we're just going to slowly pour it in, and that'll be all that she needs. As you can see, it usually starts dripping right out the sides. It's hydrophobic, so it's going to run off if it's too dry. So you just kind of want to saturate it first. Just like that. That's all she's going to need. And we'll give our Jack Herrera down here a little watering too with the Amplify, because the soil's been around since the last seedling, so it's at 32 days as well, even though the seedling is only 4 days old. So we'll just take a little scoop here and barely get some in there. That's it. Day 35 for the strawberry banana grape, using the Destiny System Grow Kit. And she's starting to stretch a lot. We got some nice tight nodes. The tops are starting to split. You can see the new 2 tops coming in. Lower branches are going to start to catch up, so we'll be able to do some more training on her shortly. She's drinking a lot. We're just making sure we keep the top moist by misting it daily now. Down here we got Jack Herrera, and I can't quite remember what day. I think it is day 7 now, according to my calendar. So 7 days from being sprouted out of the soil, and she's moving along. We haven't really done much, just kept her down here, 1 or 2 waterings, and making sure the humidity stays up. Alright guys, so it looks like we're starting to have a little bit of nitrogen toxicity. You see these leaves starting to claw over at the ends. It's a good sign that she's getting a little bit too much nitrogen. Most of the plants use up all their nitrogen in this stage, so it's okay to have a little too much, but when you start to see claws, that's when you want to start dialing it back. And 3 days ago I went ahead and planted some clover into the bottom here, and that's going to fixate more nitrogen from the air and introduce it into the soil where the roots need it. And hopefully that doesn't overdo it for us, but we'll see how it works out. I'm hoping that the clawing is just from the tent pushing down on the edges, so we'll see how it works out. Day 39 for the strawberry banana grape, and she's looking real droopy. Gave her a little watering earlier, and I'm afraid it was an overwatering. I think the droopiness was the temperature in here getting too low, and the pot wasn't completely dry, but I tossed in some water. So hopefully we'll come back tomorrow and see some recovery. We're not going to water her for a little bit until she's completely dry. We got Jack Herrera down here, getting bigger now, starting to pick up the pace. New set of leaves coming in, so stay tuned for this plant. She'll catch up in no time and start bushing out as well. So it's day 42, strawberry banana grape. Still got something going on. It could be with the roots. More than likely is with the roots. Jack Herrera is now growing a new pair of leaves, looking really nice. Day 43 for the strawberry banana grape, and she's looking real sad, pretty rough. Still gonna try and recover her. I'm not sure if it's just lack of nutrition from the soil or what, but I'm just trying to do the Destiny Grow System Grow Kit here, and so far this is what the results are. We're gonna transplant it into a 5-gallon pot and hope to see some recovery here. So let's get a pot out, get it ready, and do a quick transplant, examine the roots, and see what we got. Alright guys, we got some weird funky shit going on. Destiny Grow System Grow Kit, what's up? Here's your new bag of soil. There's a very light micro IZ forming on the surface, which is perfect. It's in a couple spots. That's ideal for this. But in this bag, I mean, when I opened it up, I'm scared to open it up. You guys seen that just right there? That's fungus, full of fungus, and there's fungus gnats flying out of the soil. So I'm thinking that the soil that I put this plant in when I transplanted was actually, garbage. So when the roots were able to hit into the new soil, it just completely fucked the plant over. So we're gonna try and transplant it into some fresh soil and see if we can recover this girl. I may have to wash the roots out, I don't know, but let's see what we can do. But we got a layer of perlite on the bottom, and then we mixed in some of the new soil, tossed in a little bit of perlite with that. Now we're going to throw down a layer of black pearl biochar, and then continue the transplanting process. Alright, that looks a little bit better already. We gave her a feeding with that Amplify. We braced her against the side of the pot here, so hopefully in the next few days she springs back. Her roots were kind of overcrowded in that other pot. I'm not sure if maybe she just ran out of nutrients completely because there wasn't much space for soil left. She kind of got really vigorous growth during that transplant from the cell pot to the 1 gallon. So hopefully this will let her bush out a lot more, transplanting to the 5 gallon. Stay tuned and we'll find it. Day 44 for the strawberry banana grape. We got these tops starting to pick up, so that transplant looks like it's doing some work. We'll come back tomorrow and see if there's noticeably difference in the growth or not. One of these days it'll be a noticeably different growth pattern that we'll see. The leaves will straighten up, it won't be so bumpy, and we'll start bushing out fast. But until then, just quick little clips day by day. Day 47 for the strawberry banana grape, and a good sign is that the leaves are no longer drooping. They're standing back up, which means that we're on right track for recovery. The deficiencies are really showing up on the lower leaves as she was fiending for phosphorus. You can see the deficiency very apparent in those lowers. The upper leaves showing some kind of micronutrient deficiencies and a little bit of overwatering, but nonetheless she's on track for good recovery. We're not going to water her for the next few days as the pot is still heavy. We'll let her drink up and be happy. Strawberry banana grape is going to be okay. Jack Herrera down here. Let's see, what day are we on? Day 19 for our Jack Herrera, and she's starting to look like a plant now. Gonna let her fill out this cell pot really good before transplanting her into a 5-gallon. She's almost ready to come up to the top light and receive the Mars Hydro SP150, but I want to keep her down there just in case, because I don't know, with my plants, every time they get close to the light they start suffering and really showing deficiency. I'm not sure if it's the light being either too powerful or if it's just not giving off the proper spectrum for them. I do miss my old LED that I had up there. This is a good seedling one, and then I had a Durolux, the 4-foot bar that you guys seen before. Alright guys, so it's day 49 and we're gonna have to start training this girl, pulling her down away from the light. Right now we have about 16 to 20 inches of space towards the light. I just took her off of the riser, so anytime I water her I'll put her back on, but I want to keep her down as far away from the light as I can. So if I can lower these tops, hopefully we can get some better growth. As you can see on these lowers, there isn't really much burning going on. Everything's looking better versus the upper leaves where there's yellowing happening at the edges and it's just not looking too promising. So I believe it's light stress. So to correct it for now, we just pretty much lowered the plant so it's a little farther away from the light. And now we're gonna train it over so that the tops are even farther away. Hopefully that'll keep this plant growing nice and healthy. I may have to figure something out with this light. Day 21 for the Jack Herrera. She's looking real nice. Got lots of new growth coming in every day. She's starting to pick up her pace. We're gonna keep her down here for a little bit longer before moving her up and competing against strawberry banana grape, but we're gonna have to get a new seed planted here shortly, and I want to try out the autoflower. But before I do that, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with this light and how to optimize its use in this side of the tent. So until then, we're just gonna keep figuring out how to get this plant healthy.